Hey, everybody, welcome to Taking the Time Friday edition. We're here to talk a little bit about watches, not any specific reviews, but we're going to talk about some past subscriptions, some news. We're going to talk about a new watch that I created, a new watch I'm waiting on to receive samples of. And then we're going to talk about grails. Grails. Everybody loves to say the word grail, but then when they get it, then what? Anyway,
yeah, and then it's on to the next grail, and it's a vicious cycle. It really is, and there are support groups for all of you watch lovers out there, and we are here for you.
The support groups, you mean the subscription service?
No, there's no subscription needed. You just you can write in to us on the show and comment and say, I buy lots of watches, help me, and
we'll tell you,
showcase them on the show, and hey.
we'll give you plenty of suggestions on more to buy.
yeah. I mean, that's a lot of it's fun, and I'd seen something in a group today. It was just like, hey, I'm kind of new to this, and just people are really friendly, and I have a couple of watches, and this and that and the other thing, and it was just like, yeah, I mean, it's a great group of people. I mean, 99% of the people are really great. You will inevitably stumble over that 1%.
There's always one. No matter what it is, there's always one.
Always.
I see my one. Well, I better say this carefully. One of my favorite customers, Robert, watching.
Oh.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, he's beating me. Yeah,
he's beating.
He is. Yeah. Customer supreme. Cheers to you, Robert, with my water. So,
all right. So in the news, we have. Oh, you know what? I saw just a little bit ago. I saw it yesterday. It made me very sad. I felt like an incapable owner. The Underdog, that chronograph that we've been seeing for, I feel like at least a year. That's live.
The watermelon dial, right?
Blowing it up.
Yeah, just insane. Looks super cool. A little bit small for me, but
38 and a half.
Yeah, I mean, that's a like a hoof, So
you know what? Like, I think you've rubbed off on me over the last 6 months or whatever it is, because now all I wear is between 42 and 45s.
I think that happens to be a great size.
Gotta be your fault.
You can it's. But I think it's reasonable.
I think so.
I have it I picked one up. Some people might have seen it. I posted it online. It's not great. I don't have a picture. I can just show it to you. It's really small. I mean, this is a very small watch.
4.5.
30. I think that might be 36.
36.
But yeah, I mean, and this is a U.S. government issued watch that anybody in the comments, if you're watching this at any given time, and you know of or you are a watchmaker, I am in need with a number of watches that I own.
Got some
movements and things like that. Projects that I'd really like to get done, and I'm just having a heck of a time finding anybody that wants to do it. But that's also because I live in the middle of nowhere in Southwest Georgia. So I'm sure if I lived up by Atlanta or something, then I might have some better luck.
Yeah, maybe. What else is going on?
Valhalla of Norway. It was last time we talked about. We said it was at 100, but Roy was waiting on a few more payments. Apparently, those payments have posted. The axe is funded.
All right.
Top tip on Valhalla of Norway.com, I think it is, or you can find it on Facebook. VALHALLA of Norway. I think he's also doing a special now on some V3s for the 13th year for the 8th year in business. Nice. So, I mean, that's actually, a pretty celebratory amount of time for a micro to be, continue to stay, micro. It's usually they either get really massive and kind of fall off the micro scale, or they disappear.
Get gone.
Yeah, that's the sad part is the getting gone part. But yeah. So yeah, good for Ray and Valhalla of Norway. 8 years of success. You can still order the axe on his website on Valhalla of Norway. If you want that one, that was the one that we actually had on this show. We had the black and white, almost kind of like a zebra stripe. It was a carbon fiber dial. There's a red and black one, and there's a nice sunburst blue.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I don't know if he's going to be mad at me, but there's going to be a limited edition sunburst green in the future too. So keep an eye out with those guys. You never know what they're up to. Ooh. He might actually be mad at me for saying that, because I don't know if I was allowed to or not, but it's out there now. It's on the interweb forever. So
you heard it here first, accidentally.
But
all right, moving on. What are you wearing?
Oh,
I think I know what are you wearing. Yeah. I know. It's like, what before you even show me, what drives me nuts? Those guys that wear those Nike socks with like shoes that are another brand, or just mismatched socks and shoes. When you can see them, like if the pants are covered up, that's fine, whatever. Yeah. But you're wearing my T-shirt, and I don't think you're wearing my watch.
I am not.
So I think you're mismatching.
I am not. That's because I was volunteering at a COVID vaccination clinic today, and this is the shirt that I was wearing there. So sorry for a little bit of,
free advertisement.
Yeah, a little free advertisement. Yeah. So
I gotta put there a little.
Bada bing. It's Kaal Multiverse, and as you can see, it is approximately, I don't know, 7 minutes after 7 or 8 minutes after 7. Yes, good job, Rich. You have chosen correctly. You win. You don't want to.
Thank you for watching.
Within reach here, honestly. I gotta have a plastic pen from a pet cremation service.
Oh,
I don't think you want that. Yeah, that's kind of a downer. But yes, I do have it. It's fantastic. This is the Gaia model.
I'll make him feel better, Rich. I'll send you a Mitchell pin with your next order.
Cool.
So there we go. All right, so I'm wearing something a little nicer. I am wearing one of my GCTs. This is the only one that I've made that's in a PVD case. It's got a nice 6498 movement, and that is a 24-hour dial configuration. And that's also what our banner is. The banner is actually Robert's watch. So you can kind of see it in the stainless case, or at least part of it anyway. So this was kind of like a little pet project that I had, and I'm trying to remember, Robert, how we conceived this, or did I conceive it and just show it to you? But at any rate, what we did was we created a GCT clone. So if you don't know, a GCT is actually a World War II pocket watch. 3 manufacturers made them. Waltham made 5,000 of them. Elgin made, I can't remember if it's 20,000 or 40,000. I think it's 20,000. And then Hamilton made like 160, 170,000 of them. So, obviously the pecking order is the Elgin's kind of in the middle there, but it's a very low number of production. And then nobody really knows how many of those actually survived. But the A13, which was the predecessor to the AN5740, which is more commonly known, and that's the Hamilton version that you would know in the World War II pocket realm. Sorry, I might be boring some people with some history there. I apologize. But so Elgin made a white dial AM13 pocket watch under that GCT configuration. Here's an example of that Elgin, and it has that 0 to 23. There's a white dial version of this watch with the 0 to 23, and then there's this 0 to 23 black dial, which is what the actual wristwatch is designed after. Okay. It's a manual wind. The original Elgin is a 22 joule manual wind, and it has that hacking feature, which was a key thing for the military. So this one is approximately from 1941. It was one of the earlier ones. Sword hands, super collectible in the pocket watch world, a military issued version of the pocket watch. So what I did was I took that dial design, I adjusted the font a little bit so it was a little bit different. I don't think there's any patents or anything on a military dial since 3 different companies made it. But that's kind of what we did. We took spade hands, which you'll find the spade hands on the later models, and then I kept the sword hand for the minute. On this particular 6498, the second hand is shaved. It's a nightmare to do, and I actually broke one of the movements messing with it, so I refused to do it any other than this one. So
that 6498, the small, it would have normally small seconds at 9 o'clock.
6 o'clock. The 6497 is the one that has it at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. So
that's what I use in the Warthog. It's the same. It's the same case. It's a 44 millimeter sapphire crystal. Slight depth. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So happened to have some treasures from an excursion I went on yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it's fun. So, have an example. And yeah, on that particular watch, if anybody, a lot of anybody that's watching this probably knows, but the minute hand's going to go around every hour, but the hour hand is only going to go around the entire dial once per day. So
exactly. And so
hour increments on the inner dial kind of thing.
Yeah. So I found a supplier that actually in Switzerland that actually modifies, and what it is it's two gears on the top, on the dial side, right, that you just swap out. And so what they've done is they've modified that to make that go around once every 24 hours. I know a lot of people ask like some technical questions, and it's pretty impressive. I'm really glad to see people like, oh, that's a true 24-hour watch. Yes, it is absolutely a true 24-hour watch. It's a Swiss movement. They're not cheap, and they're not very common at all. So that also reflects in the purchase price of this timepiece. They are hand assembled. The dials are custom made for each watch. Right now, there's a total of 4 ordered. 2 have been delivered. Five have been planned. 3 are pending assembly, and 2 have been completed and delivered, including mine. So I'll probably cap that at 10. I haven't decided, but I'm probably not going to make a whole bunch of them, just to keep it kind of exclusive, something special. I also have a habit of like changing subtle things about things. Like I might make a 1-24 version of the dial. I might move the GCT to the top to the bottom. I do some little tricks here and there to change it up a little bit. So like Roberts has a black sword type second hand at the 6 o'clock position. But I'm not going to use that specific second hands again. I'm going to use a white stick second hands in the next 3 that I build. So there's just going to be like little subtle differences here and there through this scale of 10, but they're all basically going to be, it's going to be same case, same crystal, same crown, same movement. But it'll be variations of the GCT. I just think that's something unique, and it puts kind of a signature on what I do. I'm getting carried away with this. I love talking about this watch.
It is really cool. So am I correct in thinking that on a normal, regular 3-handed watch, that noon would appear to be 6 o'clock?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So at the 6 o'clock position. So I mean, it really does. It goes around and counts, 24 hours. So if you don't know your military time, like we do, learn it. And there's an easy way to learn it because, it's
5:15. So
there,
or 17:15. That's an easy one for us, but
Yeah.
so it might, like, if you aren't used to military time, it might take you a second to get adjusted to it. Again, it's something different, you know. I just think it's a really cool piece. I got it on a Raider canvas strap, and then I just put a black simple buckle on it. So pretty cool piece. I've worked out some specific special materials that are going to be packaged with the watch. And Robert, I just finished that up, so I'll be getting yours in the mail shortly. Sorry for the delay. Robert's a fantastic customer, and so I had to sweeten the deal a little bit for him. So he got a little something extra with his. So as a thank you for all the support. But all right. Enough talk about the GCT. I'll give an update on the Moon Phase, the Air Commander, Swiss automatic SW Salida 280. It has a date and a true moon phase. That was the other thing I wanted to, when I was bringing up people asking technical questions. Moon phase. It's a true moon phase Air Commander. Yes, it's actually the moon phase. It's not an AM/PM indicator. I wouldn't propose such fraud upon my customers. I am in the works of creating a AM/PM indicator on a Raider. I am waiting for samples on that impatiently, as it's been 6-7 months now.
Been a hot minute, yeah.
So then that's why we moved. That's why we went ahead and moved forward with the Air Commander. The design was ready to go, and samples are almost here. So that's why we're doing that. And it's a dressy watch. I'm hoping that a lot of my Raider customers come back and pick this up, but I'm also looking to broaden a little bit with some people who are looking for a nice dress watch, because it is on the dressier side of things. So, but those samples should be done Monday. Hopefully, I'll have them this time next week. Might be pushing it, but I'm very hopeful. All right. I'll get off the Mitchell bandwagon now.
Sure.
Thanks for the support, everybody that has been supporting Mitchell timepieces, and let's keep the pony rolling.
There you go.
All right, let's switch.
It's like a billboard for you.
Right. Perfect. I just need you to never take that. Never take it off.
Oh, dude, that'd be that. You better be sending me a new.
Hey, if I have to do it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right,
then we'll raffle off my sweaty T-shirts.
Let's shift gears. I want to get to talking about Wrist Check Monthly.
Yeah.
All right. So these guys are pretty awesome. If you haven't checked them out, I've got them scrolling right here, wristcheckmonthly.com. And it's like, hey guys, we're I guess the best way to say is we are informally working together. What we find is that we have an opportunity to be mutually beneficial to each other. Rich and Sean are both upstanding gentlemen. They're easy to work with. And so we've decided to promote their product, which is a subscription service. And so I'm just going to go through what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the tiers that they have, and I'm going to share with you guys what watch was presented for each of those tiers. So we have 3 tiers. We got a bronze check, right? We've got a silver check and a gold check. All right. So it's a wrist check. The bronze is 99 pounds. And
about 135 US ish. Depending on
fluctuations,
fluctuation, and well, we did just print how many trillion dollars. So
we are
probably like 145 right now. So yes.
All right. So for $135, wrist checkers that got the bronze package, they got the Sangamon Omaha Beach 43 millimeter case, 316L. It's got a Seiko VD78 quartz movement. I don't know anything about quartz movements, but I know Seiko's a solid piece of equipment.
Why did they name the movement VD?
I don't know. I have no idea. But what we're talking about, let's try to stay focused. Let's try to stay focused here. So for the subscription that you paid $135 for, you got a $229 watch.
And even right now, it is on sale for just under 200 at 199.99 or 198.99. Give or take.
But so I mean, you really have to look at the retail on these, and that's what I'm doing for this, just because every once in a while there's a sale. But I mean, still that's that's a $65 savings based on the sale, which I don't know when it started or when it stopped. But
yeah, you got a bigger bang for your buck on the bronze tier.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. All right, for silver, what they did is that's 200 pounds, which is what,
about around 270 US, give or take. You get fluctuation. It's like roughly around there.
They sent out the Vicara, the Levante, the new Levante. It's a super cool chronograph. I think some people got the blue. It's like a half blue dial, half silver. I think I saw people with that dial, and I just thought it was really cool. But it's a 42 millimeter. It's got a mecha quartz movement, and I mean, you're not getting a mechanical chronograph for that price. But it's got the VK64 mecha quartz. With the sweeping second hands. It's a quite a nice piece. When I saw it, I was like, dang, they knocked it out of the park this month. And that retails for 275 euros. And God, I mean, let's throw another conversion in there for our simple minds.
275 euros is going to be like $385 or something.
330 right now.
330.
So 330, and what was it's 270, so that's still $60 savings. If conversions are right. I don't know.
I'll tell you, I have worked with Vaquero, and I did some voiceover work for one of their watches. And I mean, these guys, they started out making watch straps, which I can't wait to showcase when they're sending me one. And they really make you feel like they're part of the family. They're really great. Of course, no love lost to Mitchell. Obviously, I own your watches, but I mean, they're really really cool guys. They just really super down to earth, and they really make cool stuff. So far, that's 2 big thumbs up in bronze and silver. So gold was the Raider. So that's all I have to say about that. And that would be coming in at and the gold tier is, I believe, 299 Great British pounds. US plus or minus whatever. And
and I mean, I only have 5 watches left, so
yeah, so get them while you can. I mean, that's a fantastic watch. I wore it yesterday, and
so here's the deal, guys. If you're watching this and you're like, I think I'm going to give these guys a shot, go sign up for the subscription. I think it's the 12th, so you're going to miss March, but you can sign up for April's subscriptions, and you can use the code TakingTheTime10 to get 10% off that subscription. So
all one word.
I mean, hey. Huh?
All one word, taking the time
10. Number 10, 10.
Okay, 10. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. So put that in when you check out and get 10% off your first sub. Yeah. Give them a shot. And here's the other thing. Like, every time I'm like, hey, what do you guys want us to talk about? When talking about you guys, I'm talking about Wrist Check Monthly. They're like, let's talk about the charity. And I'm like, how about we talk about your business? I'm like, let's talk about the charity. I'm like, all right. So I decided to do this with you.
They don't brag. No. It's just, it's not about them. It's for the love of people. It's the love of humanity and the love of watches. And that, I think, is why, because that's what we do. We don't make any money. We lose money making this show. We don't even break even, like, at all. So, and it's for the love of watches and, the community, and hopefully people enjoy it. Yeah. Thank you, Rich. In the comments has the Taking the Time 10 for anybody that can't spell or anything else. And if you can't read, just
if you can't type like me, you can copy and paste it. God knows a couple of these guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yes,
Anyway.
all
right, so let's take a minute and let's talk about the charity. All right, so right now they've got a 5 watch raffle. So here's the deal: 5 opportunities to win. We're talking about a 220 William Walker, 220 watch company William Walker, an Nemesis Extreme Diver Loggerhead, a second hour Gin Clear, and then Albert Villa. I don't know if it's Villa or Villa. Timepieces Jazz Age, and then lastly, Emal's Over the Moon. Those are the 5 watches that are up for a raffle right now. So what you do, go on their website, scroll down about a little past halfway. You'll see Young Lives versus Cancer. Click Sergeant banner on there. And then there's a link just to the right of that. It's £5 for tickets. That's like roughly $7. And that enters you in a raffle for one of these watches. Now, Sean and Rich take a lot of time to go through and work these out and set these up to donate money to charity to help people. And that doesn't happen a lot anymore. So I can't impress upon you guys enough. Please get over there, spend $7, flip a coin, and have a chance at winning one of these 5 watches. I mean, that's awesome.
Maybe you have something in your collection that's like new in the box that you don't, you just want to help out. I'm sure they'd be willing to accept it as another item. Just raises people's chances. It's raising money for great causes.
And we've got the link. We've got the link in the comments too. So if you need that link, just click on the comments, go and find it. It's justgiving.com, a link for that charity program too. And I mean, Jesus, these are some pretty nice watches that you can win for $7. Come on.
Yeah. And the links will go live and be clickable as soon as this broadcast ends. They will turn blue, bam, click it, you're there. So, I mean, these guys, they don't talk, they don't brag about themselves. They don't, nothing. I mean, it's about humility and being humble and, helping other people. That's really, I mean, obviously it's also about watches. Otherwise it wouldn't make sense. But with that, they're doing so many great things, and, I'm always excited to see what the next charity is going to be, because they just do a really great job with everything.
It just doesn't stop. I'm like, gosh, like making me feel bad because I've been in business for 2 years now. And I mean, granted, starting a watch brand's not the easiest thing in the world. It might be one of the dumbest things in the world to do, as a matter of fact. But somebody told me that I shouldn't do it, so I decided to go and do it.
Somebody told me I shouldn't do it, and I took their advice.
Yeah, well, I didn't. So anyway, all right. So, I mean, that's kind of what we have. I want to take a couple minutes and let's talk about grails. Okay. So everybody has their grail. I would love to see in comments, people tell me what your grail is. Like, what is your dream watch? It's something that I think about probably all the time. Like, I spend more time probably thinking about like my dream watch and my unicorn and all that. And there's a list of them that I'd love to have. And then there's some that are maybe more realistic. So I hear the term mini grail all the time. Bryan, do you have a mini grail?
Yes and no, because I would love to have it, but I'm not convinced it would fit right on my wrist. And and you already know what I'm going to pick. It's the Omega Speedmaster, the original Mood watch. That's not exactly like a mini grail. It's kind of, that's some people's grail. The thing is, the reason why it's kind of physically mini to me, because it's only 42 millimeter. And so, it would look good, but I love to see that watch. It's just so iconic with the space program. I love that, but it also doesn't check my boxes. And this is why I say, if you want in your comments, we have Legend Divers, their grail. Robert Mitchell has a grail. So you better get to work there, buddy. No pressure.
I love you, man.
And,
I love you.
Robert.
I wish I could put a check in there.
And but said to really check the boxes. I like to have a date window because I do constantly. I did that today. I looked at this one and there's no date window. There's a date under there, but it would completely destroy this particular watch to see it. But yeah, I prefer a date window, and I prefer a way to time things, whether it be a chronograph or at least a ratcheting bezel and it needs good water resistance. I need to be able to not take it off if I don't want to. If I want to go swimming, if I want to go in the ocean, if I want to go in the pool, if I'm in the shower, if I fall in a puddle, I don't want the watch just to fall apart. And so I have chosen Panerai 24.
A 1085? That's a blue mare, isn't it? I think 1085 is a blue mare. The new references really screw me up. I know the old one. I think that's a blue mare.
And it's Sean. Oh, it's Sean too. Yeah. And Minnie's an RPG. These, I mean, all these are like huge cannons of.
I don't know what the Legend Diver is. Do you?
Me?
Daniel, you're gonna have to tell us what that is because I haven't heard of it, or maybe not in that specific term. But all right, so you say your mini grail is an Omega Speedmaster.
Speedmaster Moonwatch mechanical wine.
I've had 3. Well, I had a Speedy reduced, which I hated because it was too small and it was reduced. But anyway, I've had 2 Speedy Pros. I had the Moon to Mars.
That's cool.
And I got rid of it like an idiot.
Yeah.
And I wish I still had that, but
I'd kick you in the junk, yeah.
But I do have the Sapphire Sandwich. So that was my 40th birthday present.
Good choice.
So I'm happy with that. So yeah, grails definitely change over time. So for the longest time, my grail was the Patek 5110 World Time because I love the World Time watch. Now it is quite small. Yeah. The cheapest I've ever seen it's like $30,000.
Just make it bigger, and
well, they do make a bigger version now. I don't remember the dimensions, but I would say my true grail at this point in my life is a 1680 Submariner, a red letter sub, and I actually had one of those many years ago too. And that's definitely very sad. Okay, perfect. But more attainable.
I want to come back on the next show at least, if not, because I know we're running a little bit short today. But I'm gonna just write that down. I'm not asleep. I know it looks like I'm asleep when I'm writing, but
Rick kind of does. All right, so you did it backwards, I did it backwards. I talked about my true grail, which is 1680. I know Rolex, blah blah blah. But the vintage pieces are something special. They're tool watches, and there's something special about a red sub. I don't care what faces you make or how much hate mail we get, since we don't have an email address for mail. It's fine.
we should probably do that.
But I mean, the cheapest one, they're probably like $15,000 or more now. So it's like it really doesn't matter. A grill that I would actually maybe obtain one day is like a PAM 004 or a 009. Those are early ones. Those are Vendom Group. So like the first couple of years of the watch, they're A and B serial numbers.
That's crazy. That's 3 PAMs that popped up because I said basically the submersible.
Yeah, the 24.
Sean said the
10E5. I'm almost 100% positive that's the Blue Mare, and now I have to look it up because I have to know. But I'm pretty sure that's the Blue Mare. I mean, really, like any Panerai, I was like good with me. I want a bunch of them. Like I think one of them's a 9. Well, there's a 911, which is a green dial Radiumer limited edition. There's a 797 or a 979. It's a tobacco dial titanium power reserve model.
That is a great looking. The tobacco dial on those is insane. And if anybody out there doesn't know what we're talking about, just Google it.
Panerai.com.
It seriously, like, usually you see a Pam that's got kind of a black dial with, sandwich dial or something like that. And they might have a power reserve, or it might even not have a second hand or anything. So depending if you just go with like a 50 or something, but the 50s had, some of them had, I don't know. But I lose track too, because they almost all go by reference numbers, which drives me crazy. Because
there's the 995, which is a 45 millimeter radiomer with a green dial. That's probably tied for my Mini, but it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, and that's oh yeah, well, Sean, you're apparently you're a trendsetter, man. Because you know what, you kind of got me onto it too with the Panerai, and I don't know if anybody out there likes boat racing, but the America's Cup started the other day, and the Italians have this, Panerai big advertisement on their sail, and I'll tell you, that boat moves like it has a rocket up its, and it really does. That is fast. These new boats, it's amazing. If you think sailing's boring, check it out. The new America's Cup boats. Sadly, the American boat did almost sink the other day. It did fall over. Total cap.
Hey, we're talking about Panerais, not boats. Come on.
They sponsor a boat that's over 30 knots, powered solely by the wind. That's crazy. That's really crazy speed. So, I mean, I know we're probably losing people left and right here. So,
yeah, the 10, and for the record, the 1085 is the Blue Mare that came out earlier this year. It's a Luminar with a sub second hand, but it's only rated to 100 meters. It's not a 300 meter. It's complicated.
I've never seen Patek's. What's that? Kaal
Travel.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting into house. It's like, my Super Grail is a house.
The Kaal Travel is they're actually the introductory paddocks. I mean, there's like the last time I looked, which was many years ago, they were like $12,000 when they started this.
Oh yeah,
time only. Yeah, but I mean, any paddock is a work of art. Like that's.
Yeah, I could sell. I could just sell. Like a motorcycle, car.
Yeah,
but it's fun to dream, and it is. It's fun to dream, and then my thing is always that I always want to go to an AD or find somebody that has one actually, and then actually try it on, because that's when the problem either begins or ends. You put it on and it fits, that's when your problem begins. You put it on, it doesn't, you don't want it to happen because it doesn't fit, and then your problem's over.
Because I mean, you know what? There's two watches that I absolutely love. There's the IWC Big Pilot, which is way too big for my wrist.
That is awesome.
It's a beautiful watch. I'd love to have one, but it's too big. Like I'd never wear it. So what's the point of buying like 15,000 or 12,000, whatever, however much it is. Like
you can pick one up for me. My birthday's
and
coming.
then
6 months.
and then the Blopon 50s Fathoms. I really like that, but that might have a chance because I think it's 45. So they make a smaller one, but it's too small, I think. So, but they're like $12,000 or something. They're way up there too. So
yeah. It's fun. It's fun doing hypotheticals. Like you just.
Yeah, man. And I mean, that's why I was like, hey, let's just throw this in the mix.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and wrap the show up. I've got Wrist Check Monthly scroll on the bottom. I need you guys to get over there, check out the website, check out the link in the comments. Go get your ticket to win a watch for freaking $7 or £5 or €6.50 or whatever it is, right?
Whatever
currency you're listening to.
Yeah, whatever.
It's like
I don't know. It's gonna be
like $1.50. That translates for everybody.
like 70,000 yen or so. I don't know, but yeah, it's
Right.
something.
So skip a Starbucks, give somebody a charity, get a chance to win a watch, and make sure you're following Wrist Check Monthly. Make sure you're following Mitchell Timepieces on both are on Facebook. Make sure you're following us. And if you haven't signed up for our YouTube, you can watch it later on YouTube at the Veterans Watch Collector channel on YouTube. And put in the comments, guys. Let's get some comments in this video. We see our views.
Yeah.
You know, we're pretty consistently hitting like 500 or more views on these. So chat it up, guys. If you got a grill, tell us what your grill is and tell us why.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're gonna be looking for your comments.
And if you are or you know a watchmaker that will work on some Swiss stuff, I really need
Bryan.
I really need help.
Brandon.
I'm like, and I also have an Elgin size 12S pocket watch. If anybody has a case, let me know, and a crown, the whole nine. So I have multiple projects in the works that
Oh god, man, you're ruining my rap.
I'm surrounded by broken down watches and some work, some don't, and everything else. But all right, continue on, sir.
All right, man. No, I gotta say it all over again. No, I'm just kidding. All right, but seriously, guys, get on over to Wrist Check Monthly, get into that lottery, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, until then, and